Boom, clap. Hi. Welcome back to another episode of Discombobulated. I'm in a public area, and there are people who are probably listening to me on both sides. But guess what? That's what I do for a living. So I gotta get used to it. So people can listen. That's okay. I'm not even saying anything private into a microphone by the fucking river. But this weekend, I am in Greenville, South Carolina at the Comedy Zone. Once again, I was here about a month ago, and now I'm back with Randy Feltface. You got to give him a follow and come out and see us. We still have shows this weekend. So come check those out. And I will be on tour with Tatum, my dude, Cactus Tate. And we have shows. Here's all of our shows in October. We are coming to Columbus, Ohio. We are coming to Toledo, Ohio. We are coming to Dayton, Ohio. Chicago, Illinois. Hartford, Connecticut. Albany, New York. Philly, Pennsylvania. Richmond, VA. And Virginia Beach, VA. Those are all the shows. You can come and see us in October. You know, you can come see us in October. Please come see us in October. I'm in South Carolina, and there was recently a hurricane, and there is a bunch of flooding and a ton of trees that have fallen down, and it's pretty wild to see. And so that does suck that for the people that happened to here. And yeah, it's crazy. But you know what? You know what's interesting is that your power's out. You could have came to the comedy club. You know, it's really no excuse. A hurricane is really no excuse to not come to see the funnies with me and Randy Feltface and Bobby Jaycox. I am kidding. I'm yoking. I don't mean that. But everyone who did come out did have a good time, and I hope it does seem like whenever something like this happens, like a hurricane or something, like people do, you can tell people are more grateful like around here. Do you know what I mean? Like whenever I landed, I could just tell like everyone was affected by the floods and everything. I was gonna go on a date with this girl, and she was like, "Sorry, I don't want to waste your time, but with all the floods." And I'm like, am I really that hot? I flooded your house. It's what I do. I kid around. I fuck around. I'm yoking. I want to look behind me to see if those people are watching. Because it's like they just fucking sat right down. And it's like, but this is my guess on what they think I'm doing. Because there's no way they think I'm a comedian. I have a fish on my hat. My shirt is from a Wake Happy. It says internal reform. I got a fucking pink scrunchie on my arm. And white glasses as if I was fucking Wendy Peffercorn taking testosterone. Oh, please don't text me right now. Oh, God, please don't text me. You might mess up my episode. But my guess is that they think that I'm I probably like that I'm like a philosophy influencer. Live, laugh on the river. But it is beautiful out here. It is really pretty. And I don't know exactly when it happened. The exact date of whenever like Greenville, like the hurricane came through here. But man, it's like how quickly they made sure they're like, because people can say a lot of shit about like rednecks or like hardworking people. That's where I came from. And I feel like people kind of always say that, you know? But fuck if they didn't fucking wake up and make sure all these trees were out of the way, even by a walking path. So you just got to see everyone for how good they are. Everyone's good. I will tell you, and I'm not going to talk about it because it's not that important, but I'll tell you about some of the jokes that did not land in South Carolina. And I wasn't the only comic. there were other comics that were like, what the fuck? They don't really like any of the stuff we're saying. But that's just the way it is. People never like your jokes. Someone's right fucking behind me. Can I move my shoulder and you see him? I don't know who it is and I don't care. Keep my arms up. They're not getting on this podcast. They're not getting seen by 7 people. You're going to take my audience? But, dude, I have been traveling so much that it's a real thing. And I didn't think it was real. But I will wake up, and today I literally was like, where the fuck am I? And I was like, I literally thought of the United States and was like scanning it and was like, where am I? Because I'm used to driving. I'm not used to flying. But I gotta fly. And there's so many times I've had to fly now, and whenever I fly, the thing that, it's just like, you're like, all of a sudden you're just like, oh, we're in another city. And it's not like you kept looking down and remembering, you know? But when you drive, you kind of feel everything. I can feel everything. Anyway. We passed the world's largest fireworks store and the world's largest rebel flag. They were very close together, which is interesting, them celebrating so much. Fuck, who has that? I don't know. I think it's like a tweet or someone's joke, and I'm sorry, but I feel like I've heard it a lot of like people saying that's like, what are you even talking about? You guys got second place. There's people that are just going to walk right up on this. They don't give a flying fuck. How's it going, guys? Like, there's so many other places to go. I even tried to pick a spot this time that was like very like mutually respectful. But now doesn't it look like these people on this thing are waving at me? It looks like they're going to jump into my ear. Like as if I'm a giant and they're going to jump in. They're going to go and then go. And then I go. Hey, do a vine. Jump through my head, girl. Jump and then. I almost want to turn around, but do they know I'm watching? I mean, what's happening right now is, and here's the thing. I'm in a public area, but I specifically picked an area where it looks like homeless people go, but I guess it wasn't homeless enough. Girl, jump through my ear. And I squish these people. And then I squish them. You want to get squished? Hi, I'm on the Squish podcast. And I have some things to promote. One of them being that October 28th, just got the deets. Give me a second. October 28th, my set from the Nateland presents that we shot in Nashville at the lab is going to be out on October 28th. So please check that out and share that with all of your friends and people who aren't your friends, because you guys might not be friends anymore. But comedy can bring people together, or if you'd like it, it could even shove a further wedge between you. And I believe whatever you want will be available in my set, in my 10-minute clean set. And I had so much fun, and thank them for. I would like to thank them for having me out. I did go real clean, pretty clean, and then you hear about some other sets, and you're like, oh, we can say that. But they did have someone I could email and message, and I did. I just did. There were certain things I was like, oh, we probably just can't talk about that. And then you see someone else do it, and you're like, oh, I sure the hell didn't know. I sure the hell didn't goddamn know. But I love my new hat. It's got a fish on it. It's from my buddy Aaron. I just stayed at his place in Nashville while I was shooting my set. Because then we had shows, but they got rescheduled. So there are shows that I have online that we are going to reschedule, and I got one message about it. So that's actually pretty cool. I had a girl from high school message me. No, not high school. We went to grade school together. And I haven't seen her in years, and she messaged me. She's like, hey, are you not doing that show? And Raleigh And I was like, no, it got moved, so we will do it later, but you can come to the one in South Carolina. And I always think that they're way closer together, and they are not. Get off me, ant. What is it? Ow, fuck, that's not an ant. Sorry I had to kill you, but you bit me. I tried to blow you off as an ant, and now your thing's still in my arm. Oh my God, they left their thing in my arm. Get up. God, could you imagine how fucking dead you'd be? Like, if you just, like, did die by mosquito. If mosquitoes landed all over your body and sucked real hard, would they, like, and they were all like, chug, chug, chug. Could they drain you of blood and life? I don't know. Okay. So this lady over here that I can see is one of my favorite kinds of people. My brother's like this. I'm a little like this, but I feel like I pick flowers more. She is picking like rocks and looking for rocks. Uh-oh. I did not like that motion she did with her hand. Yes, okay, so she's looking for rocks, but then she just kind of gave like a passive-aggressive motion to the rocks. And I don't fucks with that energy. Oh, no, wait, what is she? Is that a fucking dead fish? Why that look like that? Oh, no, it's a really good rock. She found a really beautiful rock. Cool. I thought that chick was holding a dead fish, and I almost vomited. You know who's held a dead fish? Is Cactus Tate. My friend Tatum, we were by the grossest river you can be by. It had gotten polluted. And not only did it get polluted, she saw a dead fish and picked it up. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I just can't believe she would do something like that. I would never. I can do some pretty weird, gross stuff, but that's just too gross for me. This lady's got some amazing rocks. They are rocks. And she just, yeah, her right there. Oh, she just went through my arm. Oh, she's going through my whole body. Hey, don't tickle me. Oh, she went out my clavicle. But she had she was just like looking for rocks, and she did find a really good one. You could tell it was all sparkly. I thought it was a fish scales. But those are my favorite. I love that. You just kind of walk by, like my brother's like that, like just enjoying nature, picking up rocks. Way better than people who come by the river. If you watch someone just stand by a river and uncomfortably put their hands on their lower back, because I've been there. I've been that guy. We all go through ebbs and flows. And I'll tell you this, if you're just standing there and you don't look comfortable and you don't look overcome, you kind of just standing there like Forrest Gump. That person is pretending to take in nature. Because I've been there. You just go, oh. And the people who really take it in are picking up rocks. What am I even talking about? But that's the name of the podcast. I think it was wise because I don't want to just keep talking about people, but people keep coming watching me fucking film this, so I'm going to talk about them. There was a guy standing in the river. And no, he's not. Oh, okay, he looked like he's getting at a football stance because he does look like he's going to fight the river. Man, I'm going to fight the river. Fucking up the river. My name is River. I'm in a river. Whoa. River fucking squared. He's gonna not. Dude, he's trying not to fall. And he's thinking, is this guy looking at me? Because he just looked over. Yeah. Well, he's a real buff guy. You can just tell. You know, I know he's pretty far away, but you can just tell he's a fucking gulp. But he's trying to like walk up the river, and he's either very Christian or very into CrossFit, and I cannot tell. They're very similar people, sometimes one and the same. But this guy's like, I'm the river. And I do, like I said, I do respect it, but now he's pretending to look for rocks. And he's standing like I just described. From the day we arrived from the planet and dropped into the sun, the more can see than can ever be. Circle life. Where the fuck's my coffee? Where the fuck? But yeah, so October 28th, that my episode of Nateland comes out. So please check that out. I'm so fucking excited. You know, these tour dates I have coming up are great. And if you listen to this podcast, message me and let me know what city you live in, and I will let you know when I'm coming there. Or you could be like, my uncle owns the New York Jets, and we could do a show there. And I'd be like, yeah. They space people out. There's 20 people at my show, all spaced out at the stadium where the Jets play. All right, man. I swear to God, let me count. I bet I'm going to count down, and I'm going to even close my eyes so you know I'm not cheating. I'm going to count to 20, and then when I look up, this guy's going to be out of the river. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Nope. I guess I don't know everything. Try to be cocky about the universe and you just don't know. And what's he thinking? He's looking over here and he's like, look at that fucking dip shit. Oh, fuck. I said I dropped my fucking cock. Hey, guys, if you guys could check on the floor, I think I dropped my fucking cock. Hey, guys, I'm not trying to be a cock, but could you look on the floor and see if it dropped a cock? Someone's shooting shuttlecock. Fucking shoots my cock across the fucking... Dude, the guy behind Randy, the man behind the Randy Feltface, we were hanging out and he did like a slight southern accent and then goes like, I hope you don't think I'm like making fun of you. And I go, is that what you think I sound like? And he goes, no, but I am doing like an American accent and like being silly. And he's like, no. And then we both started talking about Rory Scovel and how it's like, I feel like a lot of people kind of do like I don't know why. I feel like it just comes out of like guy. There's like, oh, hi. Like a southern gay guy is just like, I don't know. I've heard it's fun. And we were talking about that, and he's like, dude, I'm such a fan of Rory. I was like, me fucking too. And we started talking about him, and why did I bring that up? Because we were just doing bits. And fuck. Sorry. I also have 2 shows tonight, so I gotta get other stuff done, and I keep thinking about what I have to do. What up, girl? Just kidding. I don't talk to girls like that. But if they're far away. What else is new? Besides, mostly just shows on the road, and I can't wait to have new experiences. Like having groceries or a bed at the place that I live. But I was talking to the man behind Randy again. And we were talking about like living on the road because he's been doing it for like years, and I didn't know that. And I was like, sick, dude. And I kind of like being on the road, but maybe it's because I don't have a bed at home. Do you ever think about that? Did you ever think about it? I never thought about it like that. I am tired as fuck. And I'm the worst kind of tired, and because I know that I got to sleep in, but I drank a little bit last night. Only 1 drink, dude. 1 drink-a-rooney. Was it 1 or 2? Might have been 2, but I think 1 because then we just went home. And I got the drinks, and then I just like woke up, and I just never sleep well when I smoke or whenever I drink. When I smoke, that's sleeping. Smoking and then going to sleep. God damn, that's good. It feels. Oh, you just. That's how I sleep and snore. These chicks that waved at me are still here. Do you want to be on the podcast? It's a dating podcast. Shut up! Don't tell them yet. Don't tell them it's not a dating podcast. No. I have been. I did cave the other day and downloaded. Well, I only downloaded one. I was gonna say dating apps, but it's like it's a Hinge. And then I'm on Facebook, so all you have to do is be like, just chicks on Facebook. And some people are trying to match just as friends. And I get it's crazy also to like, it's like, hey, what's up? You're hot, let's meet up. But in this day and age, you're like, no. I'm looking for friends. And maybe you are. But that's not what I'm on Hinge for. That's not why I tell people that I like disc golf and lie. But I messaged, there's like a couple girls that I had messaged. And there's like, I feel like I'm like talking to one girl because we both agreed the same thing. We're like, hey, I'm not trying to not text you, but like I can't text until I meet someone. You know, because it's like you have no fucking idea if they're being sarcastic, funny, how they talk, what they're like, you know what I mean? If they just suck. Do you suck? Jump in my ear, buddy. Jump in my ear. Grab my ear. Grab my ear. Take a picture of my ear. Take a photo of my ear. Will you take a photo of the inside of my ear? Here, yeah. Take a photo of the inside of my ear and then tell me if it's dirty in there. Are you getting it? Okay. How's it look? He won't even tell me. He just leaves. Thanks, Doc. Have you ever seen a Bobby down by the Robbie? That's a gross name for a river. What in the fuck was I talking about before I told that guy to jump in my ear? What the fuck? What in the fine fuck? Sure shit can't remember. I tell you what, fuck, that's so dumb of me. Oh, I don't have a home. We're on the road. It's great. I love it. Oh, date. That's it. And I was like, we can't really talk till we like start like meet in person. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, it just makes more sense. And I'm not trying to be, it's like you have to text a little bit. You can't just be like, pub, Irish pub, now. And we were messaging a little bit and, you know, here and there. So that's nice. But other than that, it is the worst thing in the world to be like trying to date. And I've told people before, I'm like, yeah, I think you should just date people you already know. And everyone thinks that's weird. And I'm like, well, I'm way happier than all of you guys. And it's like, because I know girls that I've known forever. And then you're like, hey, you're fun. We always have fun. You want to date? And they're like, yes. It's so much more fun to be like, I go to football games and smoking's are not for me. But I always think that talking to people is going to be fun. But like, I was messaging a girl the other day and she just goes, you're not going to kill me, right? And I'm like, of course, Scout's honor. I will never kill. It's like, yeah, of course. We can go to a public place. We don't have to meet up. We can keep messaging. But what I don't understand what that line of like, yeah, that's why. And then people are like, well, it's weird to meet people you already know. And I'm like, then what do you do? If apps suck and you can't date people you know, what do you do? Just stand outside and just go, hello. Would you like to go chicken wings with me? Hell, what the fuck is burning me? Well, maybe stop doing your shows by the river. Okay, please take a photo of my ear. Will you tell me what's in my ear? No one will tell me. Everyone's just taking photos of inside my ear. Oh, I forgot to take my headphone out. She probably didn't. So she just got a picture of a headphone with goop around it. Just taking it all in. Just really being like, you're out of stuff to talk about because you have to get ready for the show and run back. And it's like a little far. It's not too far. But when I get out of here, I'm not fucking sure which way to go. I think I go that way. But I've never been here before. Oh, I have, but not here. And even if you walk the globe forever, you could never really go everywhere. So it's crazy that some people just stay in one spot. Because if you don't get to look around, it's like, what is there in the point? You see the same thing all the time. You ever see a tiger just go like back and forth in the zoo? That can happen to humans, and I think it does. I'm a philosopher, and I also fucking chill as fuck. Like, don't you guys get it? Like, there's more to life than just putting your fucking feet in the river one time and then going back and selling stocks for fucking Nikolai. Nikolai. That was it. I'm like, why did I say that name? It was in Randy's set last night. Nikoff? I think he said Nikoff, which I can't believe is a name. I'll help you break these chains. It's the end of the world. Been really on a fucking, dude, I've been on an emo kick. Just fucking story of the year. And then, of course, Census Fail, The Used. And I hope all these bands, as this resurgence happens, I hope these start putting out albums. And can I be honest? I think a lot of bands, except for the one that I'm the best favorite of, which is Story of the Year, they went heavier, and everyone's like, yeah, but the other people went. And I think they went kind of the girlfriend route. They went, a lot of those, it's like, ah. And Story of the Years has like a couple of those songs. But the heavy ones, I would love if you guys made some of those, because that's what's interesting is I feel like a lot of those bands, that was like the intro one was like, and then the next one was like, why can't ants live inside me at the river? I think ants have just called it my body, have taken over my body. And yeah, and then it's like, well, then the guys like us that we like, you know, you kind of get your girlfriend into the band, and then they're like, well, it's not just your band. But again, I do love a lot of those songs. I'm not shitting on all of it. I'm just saying. So, hope some of these bands come out with some new songs because we love it. Because we love it. But I did just say with my buddy Aaron Chafin, and his house has two studios, and he has people over, and I woke up and there's people making music at the foot of my bed. Not right at the foot of my bed in another room, but I could feel it on my feet. And then at the head of my bed, what, you know, is just kind of gross. The head of my bed. And you could just hear that. And I was like, what a beautiful way to wake up. But then I kind of learned, and stand-up's this way too, because you do shows all the time. But you don't just say your setup over and over, trying to get the best take of your setup. And it really wasn't annoying. I actually everyone who's recording on both sides is like, sorry if that's annoying. And I'm like, it's really not, because I'm super interested in that. But man, I love music, but the repetition of it and how much focusing it takes is like the opposite of who I am and who I'm supposed to be. I don't want to be anything but else, gotta be gifted. If you're still listening, clap your hands. I didn't hear anything. Cool. This is a beautiful city, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not normally a horny guy. God damn if this isn't the hottest fucking people, and you guys got some hot people, Greenville. You got some hottie walking around. Love you guys. You guys are all beautiful. And just so you know, that was a couple I was looking at. The couple was hot. And they're pushing a stroller with their baby. And god damn, I'm glad I don't have a baby. Could you imagine while I was doing this podcast, like pushing a stroller back and forth? Could you imagine me with a baby? Well, Bobby, you do seem like you'd be good with kids. Well, that's for sure. Because mentally, I am one. I'm like from the movie Peter Pan. You're playing with us, Peter. You're doing it. You're also imagining pie that looks pretty, but also like, what the fuck are you eating? The pie fight looked pretty, but once it started getting all mixed up, you're like, were you guys gonna eat uncooked sourdough bread that had gotten so whipped and tossed in I guess it was whipped cream. What was that shit? We got a blue pie, we got a blue, green, red pie, we got an orange pie, and a turkey leg. You got a turkey leg goes into the orange pie. You got an orange pie and a fucking red pie. Throw it at the boys, the lost boys. They're still children. I caught a coconut, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep Peter down. I can fly, because I believe. Isn't it crazy in that movie? Have you ever seen Hook? Robin Williams, like, literally is like, I do not believe in fairies. He's like having like a bad acid trip again. And then she literally flies him to another area and he's like, guys, I'm not Peter Pan. I also don't know how I got to a place that has winter and summer and skateboarding and basketball and a fucking bunch of pirates trying to fucking fight these kids. After a while, don't you think if they're fighting forever, those adults have to be like, maybe we should probably stop picking on these kids. And then some people say the dumbest thing I've ever heard, which might be true. No one gives a flying fuck. Like, actually, Hook's the good guy and Peter Pan's a pedophile. And you're like, what in the fuck are you talking about? Okay, well, super sorry about that. Super Smash Brothers sorry about that. But yeah, they're like, and I'm like, well, that's not what they made the movie about when I saw it. And I didn't. If you've read Peter Pan from whenever it was written, get a life. Watch it. God, I'm tired of people asking me if I read books. Do I look like a guy with a book? I wouldn't want to know what to do with one if I caught one. I just keep doing that with the pages. Saying to people, wouldn't it be funny if I could read that fast? And then I just put on an audiobook that is a podcast. Every once in a while I do listen to an audiobook, and man, I feel like a scholar because I didn't go to college. Okay, buddy, what are you? This guy still got his feet in the river. Now he's like cleaning his feet. It's like they're dirty. They're in the river. There's shit in the water. I don't like watching this guy fling his feet around. Not a foot guy, just so you guys know. Definitely not a man's foot guy, but not even a lady's foot guy. I like feet the regular. I'm a mid-foot guy. I like them. And if you ever say, like, to a girl, like, if you're dating and you're like, cute feet, like, are you a foot guy? Are you a... And I'm like, no. Why can't I just be a guy? She was a skater boy, but she wore shoes boy. People are like fucking blurring their feet out in photos, and it's like, okay, they're not that hot. You should blow out your cleavage, because that's hot. But I guess whenever you have sandals on, or like closed-toed shoes, I guess if you do like feet, and you can just see the top of them, I guess that does look like a bunch of cleavages. So I guess that's why you're into it. You're like, whoa, bunch of wiggly cleavages. Bananas in pajamas, they're running down the stairs. Bananas in pajamas, they're crazy and they're going bad. Bananas in pajamas, they're in the ICU, but they've only been alive for like 3 days. I know, that's how long the life of bananas is. We got to make a TV show. Well, we have to make it realistic. Okay, then it's 3 episodes. And then the nanners die. I'll tell you this, when the bananas walk, why don't they slip on themselves? You ever think about that? All right, well, this guy put his shoes on. Because you got his socks on, and it looks like you're pretty much in the water, buddy. Where are you gonna go? Let's see where this fuck goes. Oh man, it's like bothering me that he keeps like almost setting his fucking socks down. All right, there you go. You got it, buddy. Put your shoe on, and now show us your Christian CrossFit and walk on the water. Jump. I said jump. Go ahead and jump. Go. Oh, he's thinking about it. He's tying his shoes. Tie him. Tie him, Tyler. Go. Jump. Oh, there's a ledge. Good job, buddy. There's a ledge that he made it to. And there's probably a ledge in your life you're thinking about jumping off of. And as long as it's metaphorical and you're wanting to do some exciting, I say go for it. Unless you don't have the finances or like a family that like needs you, then don't do that. But if you don't have it, what are you doing? Staying there working? What are you doing at a dead-end job? Cool. Now, your life's calling. Anyway, I'm an idiot. Love ya. Fucking bye.